The WWE has heavily leaned into its celebrity involvement in some of its major storylines in recent weeks and months. And today I'm joined by Fatherless to talk about how we feel about these celebrity involvements in these different feuds and whether or not they're going to help these feuds in the long run. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to Fatherless, like the video, comment as well, and let's get into it. Fatherless, how we doing today?
I'm good, bro. My name is Fatherless because I never had a dad, and this is Aiden. He has a dad.
Fatherless may or may not be a few in, so we might be getting a little bit of authentic Fatherless today.
All right, bro.
So we're going to talk about the most recent celebrity involvements because there's about 5 or so in this current WrestleMania build. First, we have Pat McAfee. I want to ask how you feel about this most recent episode and how Pat McAfee, because it's one thing if like we had this whole build up to it during the show. Nah, he just awkwardly came in the ring. He's like, oh, Cody, bam! And it's like, why?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Pat McAfee, somebody that stood there and said, I'm not going to, I think WWE outgrew me, and now I'm going to be this guy that goes into the ring and kicks Cody Rhodes in the nuts for absolutely no reason, having zero storyline, and adding to the fact that this is just a Rock 2.0 situation. But I hope he stays in the storyline for some reason. Like, I'm seeing a lot of pictures right now being like, hey, Cody Rhodes might be teaming up with fucking somebody else that we're gonna be talking about later. Yep. Jelly Roll for Backlash. That's not a match that I want to spend money on. Let's just put it at that.
That's something that I feel like could happen. I could see a world right now where WWE says, "Hey, Pat McAfee's wrestled a couple times. Let's try to do Jelly and Pat 1-on-1." And hopefully, respect to him. I think they've had decent matches.
Team match.
I think if they're going to do anything, a tag match has to be the way. Now, here's my thing. I didn't love the fact that it was Pat in the role. It just feels awkward because, like, going from a commentator to now you're part of the story when you were already sucking the Rock's nuts 2 years ago feels a bit weird. Feels really weird. But maybe the Rock's involved with this. I don't know. I think in the best case scenario, Pat is the guy who steps in for the Rock. So when we get to Mania, maybe The Rock shows up. I don't know. I know we say this every year, every time.
Why would they put, out of everybody, Pat McAfee? You feel me? Like, he kind of said that he talks for the WWE Attitude Era people, but he hasn't really done much for it to become that Attitude Era-esque stuff. So
I mean, that promo last night, I'll be honest, and I was getting to, I feel like what he said was good. I like the direction he was going with the promo. I felt like for Pat McAfee to say these things, it genuinely, it was kind of cool because my expectations was already like, what the hell is he going to say?
It sounded cool, but it wasn't cool. Why?
Because that's the best way to word it. Because I feel like
he's trying to be like, this is what we want to do, and realistically, this is not what the Attitude Era people want. Like, if that was the case, then there would have been blood on the screen yesterday, or they would have had the punt come back out for the Attitude Era stuff. But there was nothing them provoking the Attitude Era things.
And they didn't even beat him up to a point where he was off the rest of the show. The brother came out later in the night because another promo. Like, are we serious?
That had to be probably the worst SmackDown I've ever watched in my life.
No, I'll be honest with you. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's always the best show every week. Last year's July 4th episode was the absolute worst eepisode of SmackDown I've genuinely watched.
Nah, bro, this one was.
No.
Bro, I might have to go. Bro, I might have to go.
That's crazy. That is insane, bro. I feel like with Pat McAfee, like you were saying, the way it sounded came up better than what the actual result of his promo was. And I feel weird because I'm like, where are we going with this? Now I'm intrigued. I won't say I'm not because I feel like it is a cool dynamic, or not cool, an interesting dynamic to add to this story.
So then what is another celebrity that doesn't fit into this storyline, or celebrities that have been in WWE that it just doesn't fit? Lil Yachty.
No, okay. Let me be honest with you. If his role in that trick story is minimal to what it was yesterday, I'm fine with it. Because I'm not going to lie. His timing and his execution next to Trick on the promo was money. Whoop, that Trick, what? Whoop, that Trick, what? Like, that is
just a hype man.
That's all it is, and that's perfect. That's what the celebrity usage should be. a hype man to boost the story. Not you are the story, not Mr. Pat McAfee. I'm the moment. Because listen, Pat, you are not the moment. I can do without having to see you on my TV, respectfully. Yo, but like, I was enjoying it. I thought it was funny. Kind of reminded me of the Travis stuff from last year, except I felt like this was actually good and useful. It felt like he actually.
You think that Lil Yachty's gonna do absolutely anything at WrestleMania? Because honestly, with what's going on, Lil Yachty should get his ass beat for holding Sami Zayn.
I mean, listen,
I'm just happy that Sami Zayn is not gonna win at Mania. That's what I'm really.
See, I don't know. I don't know. I think there's a good world where Sami Zayn wins, and I can't believe I'm saying it. I think they're gonna hold off on the trick win until Backlash.
Well, I don't want to be in that universe. I don't care. I'm not gonna be in that universe. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not in that universe.
Well, this is what we do, brother, and it's what we do. You know,
Yeah.
so if you
At WWE,
yep,
this is what we're doing now.
yep,
Triple H.
yep. You know, because I listen, Sympathy Sammy pisses me off, and I'm gonna when I meet
think after
Trick
last night,
when I meet Trick in a little over a week now, I'll be like, yo. Sympathy Sammy, you got fucking beat his ass. I don't care, you know.
Sympathy Sammy doesn't belong in the WWE.
No, Sympathy Sammy doesn't.
Bro's a sympathy farmer.
Sympathy
dude.
Sammy belongs in WWE. Sympathy Sammy does not revolve around this year's WrestleMania because there's no reason he's on WrestleMania this year. Respect to him. He's a generation.
I think that they should have made it a fatal 4-way or something. But I'll give Trick the opportunity to be like, hey, he's by himself.
Still
crazy
people,
that you have a
a
Bayley
big thing was
tattoo.
like,
That
hey, are we
blows
trying
my-
to save Mello and Trick for later? Which fine, it makes sense. But we could have just done a fatal 4-way. People are going to boo Sammy out of Vegas. Like
Thank God.
last night, I'll be honest with you. Most of the crowd was booing him, but a lot of the crowd just didn't give a fuck. They were sitting there.
Let me steal his pyro.
Silent. Yo, Sammy said, give him my pyro. But I feel like, you know, we have a lot. And then we have Jelly Roll. Now, I like the usage of Jelly Roll in the Randy Cody story because it wasn't about him. He happened to be a guy who was a friend of both because you don't have a Ted DiBiase on your TV at the moment. You don't have Kevin Owens, who was part of the story. But you have Jelly, who can easily just be like, yeah, we're friends with Cody. But then he gets his ass handed to him, and then he gets knocked out of the story. Now, apparently he's coming back this week. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't hate his role. But the pattern is we are.
Jelly Roll does not belong in the WWE, bro. We had the one-off for the SummerSlam. He don't belong in it anymore. Go back to touring. Go back to touring. At least we need like Post Malone or something because Post Malone was in the game last year for no reason. Or 2 games ago in 2K for no reason.
Listen, man.
He get no storyline. He's just there.
Bro, Jelly
They're going on
Roll.
the same tour. We couldn't get Post Malone.
Bro, Jelly
We got
Roll.
the knockoff Post Malone.
That's
This is a knockoff
diabolical.
Post Malone.
That is
Anyway, country
diabolical.
music don't even wear a cowboy hat.
That is diabolical. Listen, you have to give him your cowboy hat if you ever see Jelly Roll. I'm just saying.
Am I bugging?
Listen,
Am I bugging?
you're bugging right now because Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll makes it like that worker, the you know your coworker type music. No. hey, Aiden, go ahead. Name 5 Jelly Roll songs right now. Gun to your head. 5 Jelly Roll
Run
songs.
it.
Go ahead.
We have. I don't know the names. I'm not a good name guy, but I know the SummerSlam theme song. We have the.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have.
No. Go ahead. Name. I said name.
I'm not
5
good with
Jelly Roll
song
songs.
names. Okay. We have Bloodline with.
I'm telling you.
We got
Jelly
Bloodline
Roll.
with Alex
You can't
Warren.
Name 5 Jelly Roll songs.
We have Dead End Road. That's one of the SummerSlam
You're
ones.
having a difficult time getting 5 Jelly Roll songs right now. You can't name 5 Jelly Roll songs.
Bro, I named 3. Shit. He has the one with MGK. Don't know the name of it.
Oh my God, you're naming shit with no names. You cannot name 5 Jelly Roll songs. Next question. He puts in the work, but you can't name 5 Jelly Roll songs.
Listen, but that's a me thing. I wouldn't say it's a Jelly's fault. Jelly makes, I think, good music. But I think like I said, I thought his usage in the story was fair because it was kept minimal. Now, the problem with adding Pat is you're dipping back your toes into this story, and I don't like that. I don't want...
Out of somebody that said they're not even involved in the WWE anymore, at a Q&A. Like, you could have played it off and been like, I love the WWE, but instead you say, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Now you look like a hypocrite. Oh, we're going to make him look like a bad guy. No, you just look like a dumbass hypocrite.
You do. And I think the problem with him, it's like, bro, you're basically saying, I'm too good for this. Like, no, you're not, buddy. Because you're right back in the fold because you want to get your buzz from the main event scene, which, granted, I understand people want to, oh my God, I'm on TV. Yeah, that's awesome. But, like, discrediting almost to an extent the business of WWE and pro wrestling, it's disrespectful. And now you're coming to ruin a story that doesn't need to be helped. Literally, it's Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. You have the story right there.
I'd rather have Travis Scott.
I'd say this is worse.
Travis Scott?
Dude, at least when
Travis Scott.
Bro, when Travis first came in, people were like, all right, whatever. This one right here.
Aiden, I hope a lot of people in the IWC see this and listen to you say that Pat McAfee being on WWE programming is worse than Travis Scott.
No.
And I'm a Travis Scott
I
dick
said
rider.
This involvement of this story might be worse.
I'm a Travis Scott rider, and I'm telling you that it's not worse.
Because Travis was just there. It was The Rock and John Cena. Pat McAfee is the moment right now.
Name me 5 Travis Scott songs right now.
Fiend. Any other Travis Scott song I can name you, the feature is better than Travis Scott.
This guy. Yeah, you're bugging.
No, what I'm saying is, like, the way they're presenting this story. Now, when we got to Vegas, yeah, that got bad. And I'm not hyping up the Travis part, but my point is...
Travis Scott has 2 appearances. If Pat McAfee shows up at SmackDown in the next week that we, made this video, I will not be disappointed. But if he doesn't show up next week, I will have an issue with it.
If Pat doesn't show up?
If Pat doesn't show up and he has the same esque of fucking Travis Scott, there's going to be issues. Why? Because the WWE is starting to build him up and have like this bad guy, build just like John Cena last year. They're trying to redeem it. And I want to put my faith in Triple H.
Because here's my thing, right? I hate that he was using WWE. I hate the fact that he came in. Well, like I said this last night, we should have known when this fucker came out to eat with Uso, and here he is, smoking a joint, and it's like, you don't give a fuck.
That changed so much, and that put so many eyes on WWE to be like, they might be able to do shit that they weren't able to do on USA.
Yes.
That's what we thought. And it did nothing.
Nothing
Travis
at all.
Scott being on TV did nothing.
The same shit every week. It's like...
Not in a negative way. I'm not talking down on Travis Scott. Smoking something on live broke the internet. Why? Because not a lot of people see stuff like that, especially on wrestling programming. Then we have AEW over here choking people out, and we're talking about that. But when he smokes a J on live TV, it is game-changing.
To be fair, it was.
Why? Because it's Travis fucking Scott with Jey Uso.
But you are right with the 100% with the way, smoking the joint, that's the whole thing. And it's like, it was a big deal. And those clips were going viral. Like, yo, it's Travis Scott with Jey Uso. Yo, just by me different. Yo, we really in this Netflix era. And granted, I think the Netflix Raws have been an improvement over the old USA Network Raw. It hasn't delivered in the way we expected to. Not that that's a
Give me a bad Monday Night Raw that everybody was talking shit like they are right now about SmackDown.
There's been some bad Raws semi-recently.
Give me a Monday Night Raw. I'm asking you a good, genuine question. Give me a Monday Night Raw that people are talking so down on that is like this on SmackDown. Why do we have Jade Cargill out there? Who is... You know what? I'm not even going to say
it. Say it.
No, I have nothing to say.
You have nothing
I have nothing nice to say. If the draft, WWE should just shut the fuck up about the brand split shit. Because why did Io Sky show up to SmackDown?
Bro, they literally...
Why did Cody Rhodes open up Raw, Monday Night Raw at MSG? I have to be there. Be there offline. Be there off the screen. You don't make me crash the fuck out. Monday Night Raw start and it's Cody Rhodes and not CM Punk.
Yup.
The champion of that motherfucking... Yo, I can't even, bro. I don't hate WWE, but if I have to point this stuff out, there's something wrong with it. Because I ride for WWE. Don't get me wrong, bro. But your boy might hop over to All Elite real quick. See what's going on over there. Because there's some good wrestlers over there, but their stories are ass.
Listen, I feel like there's AEW stories are picking up, but there are times where I'm like, it's a lot going on. It's a lot to digest, and I don't know if I can really lock in that much because there's so much. I'll watch the pay-per-view because that's the easy watch, but like a show, I'm like, it's a lot. But when it comes to WWE right now, like SmackDown is a bad watch. I don't know what executives were like, yeah, we need 3 hours. But like, I'm not one to say I hate more wrestling. I love more wrestling. I watch
100%.
it. But when you can't book a TV show, format it correctly, and then we're stuck, like, this is no shot. Aleister Black,
2 to 3 weeks.
Aleister Black and Matt Cardona had a
by the
bland
way.
ass match, and nobody gave a fuck because they booked it like ass. It was like,
I got text messages from people in St. Louis saying, hey, bro, I'm falling asleep during this.
that's crazy.
You ain't never been to a wrestling show, you falling asleep?
No, you have. I haven't.
Something's wrong with this.
I have never fallen asleep.
These are
during
new fans, bro. These are new fans. What are you doing to them?
It's like,
These are
dude,
people coming back to wrestling. This is how you want to treat them?
I always feel like less is more, and Randy Orton has said that multiple times in wrestling, and it's like, dude, you don't need to have a 20-year show or like, oh, we 3-4 hours, yeah, let's jam pack it. Like sometimes the AEW pay-per-views, I think they over-deliver, and it's like, you could cut some of these matches and just throw them on a Dynamite and make your TV more important than just throwing it on.
Okay, but you're talking about AEW to the fact where they have fucking AJ Boom or whatever his name is doing. That's the only celebrity they have over there.
Listen.
Boom?
Yeah, no, Big Boom AJ. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want to watch the Riddler get hit by some grown-ass 40-year-old dude that's over there doing opening matches and then having the son of the AJ Boom dude fucking spear him. These are not good celebrities in wrestling in general. Let's start to wrap this one up right here.
All right, so we've talked about most of the celebrities. Oh, we haven't talked about Speed. How do you feel about Speed's usage lately? Because I like it. I'll be honest.
Actually, you're gonna be really surprised on what I have to say about Speed. Speed already showed himself, and why the fuck did I go really calm? You're gonna have to bleep out a lot of stuff. I went from really hyped to really calm right now, but I feel the inclusion of Speed is well because he's already made a video showing that he can, do this stuff. So I think the inclusion of Speed is perfect. I hope that 3-on-3 match actually happens, and I hope that LA Knight and the Usos go over, because that theme song the Usos have is probably the worst shit I've ever heard from Death Rebel.
I heard it in person, and
I can't even yeet to that.
Yo, he was like, run it back, and we're like, we're gonna get the old one. No.
What am I gonna be like? Uso. I'm getting sucked, bro. That's it. That's how I feel about current status. Anything with anybody in the WWE. That's my part.
That's your part. Listen, we might have to bring this out, but But overall, I feel like the celebrity involvement in WWE, case by case, isn't terrible. But when you have 5 of them currently on TV, I think we've mentioned all of them. Pat, Speed, Jelly. We have Yachty, who just came out. And is there one more? Or is that it? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Whatever random Netflix person they have every week at a Raw.
No! No, lately it's been NASCAR racers. Yo, this
Kreischer, what the fuck?
This guy racist. Bro, remember last year they had Pat Mahomes front row like he was about to throw hands at Braun Strowman?
He punched somebody.
Oh, yeah.
No, he didn't punch somebody. He gave the ring to Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't tell me Pat Mahomes ain't pulling up to WrestleMania with Tom Brady. Yo, the QB fucking trio, man.
WWE is doing this thing where they're bringing these celebrities in when they don't need to be.
They don't. There's a good roster of phenomenal talents, top to bottom, and it's like, bro, put them on the card. I don't need to be stuck here with the Gronk.
Last thing I'm gonna say is something crazy that a lot of people would be like, damn. But I saw this on TikTok today, and I'm gonna say it really, really proudly. WWE should have kept WrestleMania in Louisiana.
I mean, I think that's a fair take. People are gonna feel one way or the other.
And it would have been sold out by now.
When you go back to back years, it's like, because I saw the whole lore of WrestleMania is to go travel. You want to experience a new place. The wrestling. Half the people who went to Vegas last year, I guarantee aren't going back. Because it's like, well, I already went. Like, you already saw the shit. Well, unless you live near it or like you're bowling like that, you ain't gonna
I'm not even having FOMO because they went back. If they went last year and would have been fine, I would have been straight. But now that they're going back, I'm like, I ain't even fucking missing out. They tried to just recreate the same nostalgia
literally,
they did last year.
They saw Jey Uso, they're like,
Again?
Yo, we're running it back. Yo, WrestleMania again. Hey, run it back. But that's our thoughts on celebrity involvement. I don't know how this video is going to come out. Depending on what this looks like, we're going to go in the editing booth and, maybe this makes TikTok shorts. Maybe this is a YouTube video. We're going to figure that out. But I hope you all enjoyed this. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe to Fatherless. He is the homie. He's going to be on the video in the very, very near future. Stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you in the next one. I'm Aiden. He's Fatherless. And we're out. Bang.